Support WrestleTalk!
Enable notifications.
Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk news. I am El Fakador Laurie Blake, and are you living in a perpetual dark match? Well, see the light and click the bell beside WrestleTalk's subscribe button to enable notifications, and then you get the wrestling news and all our other lovely videos as soon as they go live. Support WrestleTalk and join the elite El Fakador endorsed notification squad, where there is so much trustworthiness. Speaking of seeing the light, that's exactly what Sami Callihan's scalp did following his brutal match against Pentagon Jr. at Impact Slammiversary. After a hard-hitting match that involved a lot of railroad spikes to various faces, at which point I would have just shaved my own head. I mean, it's not even a big deal. It's really not a big deal, Sam. But after all that, Pentagon got out the clippers and sent Callihan's greasy locks to the cutting room floor. At which point, a fan clearly snatched them up, which is minging, but not just to covet them and store them in a shrine or weave them into a voodoo doll like a normal person. No, this person wanted to sell them on eBay like a freak. The clippings did manage to sell for 80 Canadian dollars though, which is about 61 US dollars and about 80 Canadian dollars too much for gross floor hair. Someone eventually linked Sami into the fact that this story was happening, and he tweeted his response saying, "This isn't weird or anything. I'm pretty sure someone is going to clone me. Hashtag the draw." Speaking of genetic manipulation, somebody who looks like they were made in a lab is Rock the Dwayne Johnson, who, according to Dave Meltzer, wants to return to a WWE ring in time for WrestleMania 35. Meltzer said, "The Rock wants to wrestle at WrestleMania. You know WWE wanted him last year. He was originally in the Kurt Angle position, but he had filming stuff. If there's a movie or something The Rock has to film at that time, or a week later or something, it makes it difficult because of the injury risk. If he doesn't have anything much going on though, I would think that he would. My impression is that he wants to wrestle. You know The Rock loves wrestling." So what you're saying is that we missed out on The Rock and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon because of the Jungle Cruise ride at Disney. That is something he's actually doing. The last time we saw The Rock was in his WrestleMania 29 encounter against John Cena, the old twice-in-a-lifetime matchup, and a very brief appearance against my spirit animal Eric Rowan at WrestleMania 32. But The Rock suffered pectoral injuries during the Cena match, and that delayed him shooting Hercules, which then cost Paramount and MGM Film a considerable amount of money, which they were very cross about. So film companies aren't too happy to let The Rock wrestle. So now it seems like the Great One will finally come back when he's got nothing else on. Meltzer said, "If there's no movie project on the table that he wants to do, and he wants to do WrestleMania, I'm sure Vince isn't going to go, 'Hey, we don't need you, we don't want you.' WWE is trying to break into China because The Rock's movies are doing just giant business in China. I think at 46 years old, he'll almost be 47 next year, I think in The Rock's mind he's probably going, if I'm going to do another match, next year might be a good time, because do you really want to do it at 48, 49? Maybe, but I know he doesn't want to go in there when he doesn't have his speed anymore and when he's not as good as he once was. Which is very noble of him. If only other Hollywood wrestlers could be so inclined. I mean, if this guy really did know best, maybe he'd stay retired, stop being racist." So yeah, as Meltzer said, The Rock might not want to come back if he's not in his prime, but another option may have just appeared. Why try to run when you can walk with Elias? With a hit album in the can and now out of the can on various streaming platforms, Elias has set his sights on the Rock and Troll Hall of Fame. Speaking to Complex to promote his album, Elias said he could take down The Rock in a singing contest. The Rock showed up, he did a song or two here and there, maybe did a half dozen times or something like that in his life, but he never did what I do, which, like I said, I'm on there every single week, millions around the world every week, tens of thousands of people every single week. The Rock cannot do what I can. People have thrown out the idea of a challenge, a sing-off, or some sort of guitar-off. Rock, if you're out there and you hear this and you're listening, you're welcome to come and walk with Elias whenever you want to. He then stepped the trolling up a gear by setting up a GoFundMe page for The Rock. "Thus saith Elias, I have seen the future. Please donate to Rocky Maivia, aka The Rock. He's going to need it after he walks with Elias." Currently though, it's only made about $50 of a proposed $10 million target. This is not cheap heat. So Elias is one possible opponent, but another one is The Rock's wrestling relative Roman Reigns, according to Dave Meltzer. Surprise, surprise. Someone suggested to me the idea of The Rock and Roman Reigns in a match. At first I thought, doesn't really appeal to me. But then, Dave had a change of heart. They have a built-in storyline due to their family heritage, and The Rock would have no problem giving his cousin the win. It would also be a huge moment in Reigns' career as WWE keeps pushing him as the next face of the company. Again, for Reigns, if they're trying to get Roman Reigns over something big, I mean, The Rock will do the job for him. That's not even a question. In WWE's mind, if they want to get Roman over as a big superstar, you know that's a match that makes sense from everyone's perspective. Meltzer then went on to say that he had not heard anything from the company about this idea, but it's just one he thinks could work. But then again, The Rock and most people could work, except Cena. We've all seen enough of that. He might have been on Raw last Monday, but that might be the last we see of Vince McMahon. Find out why by clicking the WrestleTalk.com link on screen now, and, you know what, enable notifications from WrestleTalk to never miss an episode. I've been El Fakador, and that was Lucha.